This is the guy that got me into this whole thing. And he and his brother-in-law, Doug, over there, have been two of the biggest influences in my Christian life. And I love them like brothers, and I'm so grateful that he came today. This is Allen Pate.
Oh, thank you. Usually I wait to get emotional until after I get up here, but of course my son and his testimony. What I'm going to introduce is I'm going to talk about Colombia a little bit. We've talked about Here I Am in the ministry and the countries that it's involved in, and we have a PowerPoint to show. I want to just kind of set it up a little bit because this talks about the Padrino program as well as a general mission trip. There's two trips that are on this PowerPoint. The first one is a general trip where we just take people and go to orphanages and try to meet some needs and love on some kids. And then the Padrino program that we went on in September is more of an intimate way to get to know a few children. And in fact, what this trip is there was David Richardson, myself, Matt Bullen, and his daughter Rebecca went, and we had 4 girls come and stay with us for 4 days. That's the second part. And so it moves pretty fast. I didn't want it to go too long, but it's still about 13 minutes long. And we'll show that, and then I'll talk about a trip that we're going to have in January in a few minutes after this is run. You guys ready? And that's kind of what we have done in Colombia over the last 6 months or so. We're hoping, God willing, that we'll be able to do this, have 2 general mission trips a year, and be able to go on the Padrino program twice a year also. Just like Suzanne was saying earlier, and I think Matt may have mentioned it too, it's about relationships. And so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build relationships with the people that are caring for the orphans every day, and also minister to the orphans, because we know that a lot of them are not going to be adopted. But we have seen through the Padrino program just the last few months what an impact it can have on a child's life just to know that there's somebody out there that cares about them. So our next trip is in January, the 17th through the 26th, where we're going on a general trip again. And this is going to be our most ambitious trip, if we can raise the money. We're going to try to basically give each child, there's about 540 of them in 4 different orphanages and about 4 different halfway houses. There's like 540. We're going to try to give each one of them an individual gift that's been gift wrapped, because a lot of them never opened a present before. And so we want to give that to them, and then meet some of what the directors of the orphanages are telling us are needed. Like one of the orphanages, we know they need pajamas, so we're going to try to either get pajamas or get money together to where we can buy pajamas for them, so that they'll have those. In other words, meet some serious needs in addition to work on their spiritual needs also. Again, because what we're trying to accomplish is for them to see that we care about them, and then we can point them to our Heavenly Father, so that they can develop that relationship. Because you know how difficult it would be to understand even a sibling or a child's relationship with an earthly father. If that relationship is completely severed, how are they going to understand the relationship with their Heavenly Father? So anyway, so back to the gifts, we're going to try to put these gifts together and give them each, 540 of these gifts. Obviously, a lot of that stuff will have to be done in Colombia. We've got Sandra, the lady, and Antonio are going to help us get some of those supplies together so we can work on those things at night while we're there. And then also we're trying to get churches together that will make it personal. Again, we want the relationship to be personal. So what we're trying to do is get churches to write handwritten notes in Spanish with a Bible verse or something, and do them in different colors. By example, if Heritage Family Baptist decided to be a part of that, and you say you use blue stationery. That way when we take pictures and bring them back to your church, you'll know that that child has been encouraged by something that somebody at your church has written. So that's what we're trying to accomplish in January. We've had some other plans for going to Guatemala next year also. So we've got, the ministry has just really kind of exploded over this last year, hasn't it, Robert? And So we're looking to see where the Lord leads us and trying to accomplish what He sets us out to do. I just know that when I was coming back on the plane in June, I was just trying to sort out what the Lord was telling me to do, and it was just clear that He wanted me to spend a lot of time in Colombia, and that's why I've been bugging the board, Robert knows, to try to go more often as we can raise funds to do it, because and also, and what he was telling me was, you need to go more often, because the kids will lose hope if you go once a year. And so if they know that you're coming, a little bit more often, a lot of times that'll be the encouragement to bridge that gap to where, maybe they can overcome some of the deep hurts and stuff that they're feeling. So anyway, that's what we're trying to accomplish. And so we're have an ambitious trip scheduled, our biggest one yet, in January, and God willing, we'll get this thing pulled together. So, so thank you.
I would like to ask everybody involved in Here I Am Orphan Ministry and their families, if you would stand and let us thank you for the work that you are doing. And if you would, if you'd remain standing, and I'd also like to ask anyone in the room that is adopted, or if you have adopted, I would like for you to stand so we can see you. Take a look around. That's what this is all about today. That's what this is all about today. Give yourselves a hand. I'm going to ask our music team to come and lead us in one more song, and then we'll have some others.